That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you could just love anyone. That's not true.
No.
If anything, men love harder than women. Hot take.
That's gonna be a take.
Men love harder than women.
Hey guys, and welcome back to another episode of Confidential Thoughts with your hosts Paulie and Tyreek. Thanks for coming back, and let's get right into it. Our first question of the day, bro. How have you been?
I've been good. It's been 2 weeks?
Yeah.
It's been 2 weeks. I kind of give it like a rating of like how physically, mentally, kind of like how Brandon do it.
Yeah.
Physically, 10.
Since obviously last time that we spoke to them, obviously.
10 physically always, you know what I'm saying? Not too crazy. Mentally, you're never perfect, but I'd say mentally it's been at like an 8. I've been going through some shit, but it ain't really been nothing that I can't overcome. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And then emotionally, like a 5.
Damn.
Yeah, like a 5.
Is it worse than last time or is it better?
It's better because I got to reflect a little bit about everything. Yeah.
Well, at least like you gained it, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Gain more.
But I just go through, you know what I'm saying? I just go through these times where I feel like sometimes my emotions are at an all-time high.
Yeah.
Where it's kind of like over-stimulating.
Yeah.
And I think it's been a little overly stimulating for the last couple of weeks, but it's gradually going back down, so it's been good so far. But yeah, how you been, bro?
Physically, I started getting back into the gym, a little bit, just like working my way back up to it because I've been out for a while. I don't want to push myself past the limit to start it off. So I've been probably like a 7 or 8 physically. Right. Mentally, probably like a 5 or 6 too. You know what I'm saying? Just mentally, because
not emotionally, mentally.
I could say both. Both are like a 5, 6, maybe 7 spectrum. Nothing crazy, but nothing like you said, overcome. I can't overcome.
Yeah.
I have just been dealing with a lot of things that have been affecting me, like in my life. Like obviously, like I was gonna say this last time, like losing my mom and my sister. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
It's around that time.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So I just been kind of outweighing my emotions and stuff, trying to get back to figuring out my situation and getting better with that.
Where are you at now versus last year around this time? What happened?
So I'd have to say my mom passed away last year in September. And it was hard. Like I kind of didn't believe it for many, many months.
You're at work.
Yeah. So
for both.
Yeah. And then when my sister passed in December. So it kind of, they both hit me at once. Once my sister passed, I realized like how much reality hits, you know, and it messed me up mentally. 100% it messed me up mentally. But I felt like I forgot to take care of myself because I was so worried about taking care of everybody else and make sure everybody else was okay and everybody else was fine of what they were doing and how they were dealing with their emotions. Yeah. So I feel like I forgot about myself. Right. And I feel like I'm doing that again. So I want to take this time to like reflect on me. You know what I'm saying? I feel like it feels selfish though, and it's hard to like choose yourself over trying to take care of your family or this and that. Cause sometimes you need to have that selfishness to be like, okay, I need to take care of myself first so I can take care of everybody else.
But is it ever selfish to take care of yourself though?
No.
That's the real question.
No. It's just like a mental game.
Thing.
Yeah. Where like I feel like, you
feel like you have to show up for people all the time, even when they're not showing up for you.
Yeah.
And I feel like I do that a lot too, but like you said, for lack of wording, I do feel kind of selfish sometimes, and I'm choosing myself and my own growth over being there for everybody. Yeah. Like sometimes, I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I don't want to talk about anything with anyone. Mm-hmm. And that's not because I don't want to have someone help me out or have someone relate to me, but it's just more about, it's my journey and it's my emotions that I have to go through, and I don't need anyone else's opinions. And like I might be down a little bit, but at the end of the day, the only way I'll be able to figure it out is if I dig deeper. Yeah. Like it's all in you at the end of the day. Yeah. So I mean, I get where you're coming from.
Like I said, like you can't really help anybody. Like if you're not like better within yourself. It's the same thing as like love. You can't love somebody if you don't love yourself, you know? And it's the same thing. You can't sit here and take care of your family and take care of your loved ones if you're not okay with yourself. You can, you know, you can provide for them, whatever, but like you're not giving them, it's not fair to them or fair to yourself to be trying to give your all to somebody when you haven't given nothing to yourself.
Especially when you're doing it with the goal and you're being driven by just feeling a void.
Yeah.
Because that's what you're doing when you're just helping everybody else instead of yourself, just because you're just trying to fill the void of not feeling that you need to.
Yeah. It kind of becomes like a codependency, you know, like it's like you start being like, oh, I need to help you. I need to help you. I need to, so I don't have to look in the mirror.
Exactly.
You know, and don't have to fix my issues.
It's validation. Yeah. You're looking for validation, but not just from anyone, but the ones you love. But it's the type of validation that you don't want at the end of the day, because it's not everlasting. Yeah. Because what happens when you don't show for those people? How are they going to react to it? You know what I mean? Yeah. But yeah, man, I hope everything gets better for real.
Yeah, you too.
It's all a journey. Mm-hmm. At the end of the day, like, we can't control anything. Yeah. Especially when it comes to emotions and going through the process of what we're going through. It's just about embracing it. It's like happiness. We love happiness.
I actually seen this thing today. It was a video, and it was a little kid speaking, and it said, you can't control the wind, but you can change your sails. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can't control like what happens, but it's no matter how you react to it.
Exactly. It's about like, when it comes to hurt, everything, you know what I'm saying? Like, if somebody hurts you, it's unfortunate that you got hurt, but what you do afterwards?
What are you gonna do?
That's the sale.
You can, like you said last time, you can choose evil, you can do bad things, or you can, you know,
just be a better person. Yeah. But yeah, you just have to. What I've learned so far about this entire journey of just growing is that it's such a small thing and it's overly saturated when you hear it, but control what you can is a very powerful statement. Because like I said, happiness comes from within. Yeah. Happiness isn't what you get when you make this amount of money. It's not about what you get when you know what I'm saying? It's all within. So it's like the same way we try to embrace happiness is no emotion is bad emotion. God wouldn't give us emotions if it was bad. It's just about when you use those emotions. You know what I mean? So if you feel sad, just feel sad. Yeah. If you feel anxious, feel anxious. Yeah. And embrace those emotions until you figure out why you're feeling that way. And then once you can figure out why you're feeling that way, then you can start to learn from it and start to go through the battle with it.
And that comes with maturity too.
Exactly.
Like once you mature and like become older and older and like you gain those experiences, like you're allowed to express your emotions, but you control them better, you know? So you're not throwing the finger around and calling people out or yelling or screaming, you know what I'm saying? It's you letting, like, you feeling the way you want to feel, and like, if you feel this way or you feel that way, it betters you to be able to control those too.
Exactly.
Because you know yourself better, you know?
Exactly. I mean, you're your emotions at the end of the day. Yeah. You are who those emotions that you're going through is you. Yeah. Your emotions can't control you because you're literally in full control of your mind. Yeah. Obviously, if you have like a sickness or something, it's different. But as a functioning human being at the end of the day, like, you're in full control, and it's your decision if you want to go up or you want to go down with it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I think we should stop seeing emotions as negative or emotions as bad and just understand why it's happening to us. Sometimes there's no reason. It's just a waiting season. Yeah. And like, I know waiting seasons are hard because you're just waiting for answers you're not getting. Yeah. You're literally waiting. But
so let me ask you on that note, have you ever been criticized or bashed about your emotions? Like a way you've reacted, or like maybe in a relationship, like,
yeah, hell yeah.
I know like our generation is kind of hard on like emotions, but at the same time they aren't. It's kind of it's like a battle, you know?
I could say in different ways. When it comes to how I react to things is very blunt. Yeah. Like, it can be kind of can seem like I don't care, but it's not that I don't care. It's just that I think people get defensive when you're not giving them an answer. like when they're expressing themselves to you and like they're not comfortable with what they're saying, they get, why aren't you talking? Why aren't you saying anything?
Yeah.
I'm listening to you. I'm trying to understand where you're coming from. So you're giving my opinion. So sometimes I sit and I might be processing my emotions, but I don't get enough time. This is between 2 to 5 seconds.
Yeah.
But you don't give me enough time to process those emotions. So you get defensive. And then instead of it becoming something that we can comprehend or understand each other on, it becomes something that divides us because you're getting defensive. And it's pushing me away because it's now my battle to face.
Yeah.
And I don't want to get into that. So I think I get criticized on the way how I kind of process things.
Yeah.
Which is in a healthy way, but you don't allow it to be because you don't wait.
Yeah.
So I don't know. And with sometimes I don't talk about things right away when I feel it. Like I just kind of like a little bit of passive aggressiveness in a way. Like if I feel like something's bothering me, I don't do it as often anymore.
Do you shy away from answering the question because you're scared of what might come from it? You know, like what like somebody not caring about your emotions. So like you're scared of somebody like getting defensive over your own emotions. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I think it's a little bit of a trauma response to what I grew up on. When I used to try to express myself to people, no one cared. Especially the adults in my life. So I kind of grew this hard everything to myself personality where instead of expressing how I feel, why did I do that? My mom didn't care, my dad didn't care, my grandma didn't, like they didn't care. So why I tell you, why would you care? But I have to understand at the end of the day, that's just me projecting, a self-projection. And I'm self-sabotaging things. You know what I'm saying? If someone's genuinely trying to understand where I'm coming from, I should give them the grace of doing that. And I should give them
not like treat them like everybody else.
Yeah, not because
like how everybody reacted to you.
Exactly, because they're not everybody else.
Yeah.
Everyone's different. And so I think, I get criticized sometimes, but at the end of the day, I can't please everyone either.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not trying to understand me, then there's nothing I can do.
Yeah.
There's a reason people are the way they are. Yeah. So
there's reasons why people are in your life too.
Exactly. You know? If someone's more quiet when it comes to communication, there's a reason for that. So instead of trying to act like you're better than that person, maybe ask them why. Yeah. What caused that? Why do you think?
It might be a trauma, or like you said, it might just be them listening. That's how they process things.
Exactly.
You know? So, and like you said, how like when you were younger, that happened to me too. Like when I was obviously a kid and like growing up, like I didn't speak a lot. Like I didn't give my thought. I didn't speak about my emotions. So when I got older, when I started being like, okay, no, I don't like that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't like this. I don't like that. I'm not okay with this. Like giving boundaries and like this and that.
Boundaries, yeah.
I was like criticized. Like, oh, he's crazy. He must have this. He
you
must
know what
have
he's
that.
Talking about.
Huh?
You don't know what he's talking about.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it was like kind of like, all right, you guys have been like questioning why I haven't spoke my whole life, but now here I am, and now I'm getting criticized and like, oh, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's hard. Like it is hard to deal with that.
Yeah, I get it though. Like I said, you can't. It's just like I've changed so much over the last few years. Yeah. Just me as a person and how I handle everything. I can't please everyone.
Yeah.
And if I can't live up to your unexpected expectations of me, then I'm gone. I don't need those. I don't need you to expect anything from me because I'm a human being that make mistakes. Yeah. I'm an imperfectly perfect human being. And if you're not going to allow me to be imperfect, then I don't want to be talking to somebody that thinks they're God. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just a matter of surrounding yourself with people that understand you and people who give you grace so you can be able to grow as a human and be able to be comfortable in situations that are uncomfortable to speak about. You know what I'm saying? But yeah.
And that takes time too.
Yeah, exactly.
It definitely does take time to grow from that.
Oh shit, we got people in here. What's up, y'all? Yo, we need questions from y'all. Who's in here? Oh no, Karina's in it. Karina was in here.
Yeah.
Yeah. But we need some questions from y'all. We got if y'all don't have questions, then we got some questions on these.
And you guys too, in the comments, you guys can leave questions for what you want us to say next podcast. And whenever. You know, what ideas we should do, maybe. Yeah.
But week 2 though, I really wanted to touch on love. I feel like we talked about a lot of different things last week.
Yeah, like it was a mixture of like,
it was a mix.
Yeah.
But this week specifically, I feel like I want to talk about the entirety of love.
Yeah.
And get like a deep dive on different perspectives. Because I feel like when I go on a podcast, there's not really men talking about how they feel about love.
Mm-hmm.
It's a red pill community, like, oh, I want my girl got to cook. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Not real love though, not the emotional aspects of love. So
that's what comes with the love, you know.
Exactly.
Like love. Let's talk about love.
Yeah, exactly. So what does love mean to you? What is love?
It's a harder question than people expect. You know
what
I'm saying? Like it's kind of like a on the spot question. Like you know what it is, but also at the same time you really don't.
Mm-hmm.
Like you get confused about it, especially like how you ask me now. Like I'm kind of like stuck. Like I'm like, oh shit, like what is love to me? And like, or what is love to anybody? I feel like love is having a very understanding of who your partner is and who you are. You know, obviously caring for each other, loyalty. Right. Obviously, I think loyalty is the main thing in it. Not even just like cheating and this and that, but having loyalty with when they're not around, how you speak behind their back, how you even speak to them. You know what I'm saying? Like we were talking about emotions and all that. You could take what I say, be okay with it, and then you could flip it on me. You know what I'm saying? And we get in an argument, and now you're upset at me, so now you're starting to bring those things out. Yeah. I feel like that has to do with loyalty at the same time. Because I trusted you.
And respect.
Yeah, respect and loyalty. 100% respect and love too. Mm-hmm. You know, I feel like when you are in love or you have love for somebody, it's never questioned.
Never.
Like you, like you know when you love somebody, and you know when. I feel like you know when somebody loves you, especially like when they show it and can back it up, not just speak about it. Just they back that love up.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's my meaning of love.
Okay.
An unconditional feeling of loyalty, respect, and
commitment.
Yeah.
I like that. That's dope.
What about you?
What about me?
What's love to you?
I'm fucking with you. But I think we have to get to where love starts from. That's the deep part that people forget. It starts within. It's like, how can you... 3 words that I'm going to build on 3 words that you said. Commitment. You have to commit to things in your life. Yeah. A commitment in life means that you're committing to something that you truly believe in to make you be a better person. Yeah. Commitment starts within yourself. I feel like
it's not something that you want. It's what you need.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying when it comes to that.
So love starts with commitment. Love starts with respect because you have to respect yourself first. Yeah. It starts with loyalty. You have to be loyal to yourself.
Exactly. It begins with you.
Exactly. Trust. You have to trust yourself to love someone because it's a gamble at the end of the day.
Yeah.
And that's the foundation though. I think love is not looking for someone to pour into your empty cup that you haven't been filling. But you both have cups that are already filled and you just keep watering to grow. So it's just 2 people coming together and growing instead of taking from someone. You don't want to take from somebody that you love because that causes hurt and that causes things to get... That's not love. If you're taking from somebody else and it's unrequited... That's the word? Unrequited? Unrequited love. Unreciprocated love.
Unreciprocated.
Yeah, unreciprocated love. Then that's not real love. So I think we...
misuse the term love.
We misuse the term love, and love itself just starts with you. It's the acceptance of yourself, so you can accept it with other people. You can't accept love from somebody else if you haven't even done the work to accept it for yourself. Yeah. So I think love in general is self-acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And to speak on the foundation though, what I think is our generation's problem is the misuse of the word love, but what it's connected to. Trauma. We think trauma bonding is love. We think toxicity is love. We think just because we have similar interests versus less similar interests, that's love. And we try to dwell on those things to justify people's poor, toxic behaviors. That's not love. Yeah. Love isn't something that you have to fight for in the way of fighting for your self-love. And fighting to love somebody else. That's not love. Love would never make you fight for your own self-worth. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And I think people forget that
I think people forget that you need to love yourself,
Yeah.
Because a lot of people get into relationships being like, oh, they need to love me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, love all of me. But like,
you don't love you.
Yeah, exactly. Like, you don't love you. If you need somebody to make you feel loved,
then
you're not ready for a relationship.
Yeah, you're not ready for a relationship at all.
Like, you can't love yourself through somebody else,
You can't. And then it's the idea of love that people are infatuated with, not the actual love. It's not the commitment to love.
It's the roses. It's the, like we said last time, the Prince Charming, or the, like, even like anything that comes with like the movies, like, and all that. Like,
you see it a lot too with people that like are in college. You know how people break up when they go to college. It's not real love. A little bit of distance is gonna make you break up, and that's love because of distance. Y'all wasn't in love. Y'all was just infatuated with the idea of love. Now there's the time to show that you love each other with respect, commitment. This is the commitment part, the trust, the loyalty. But you folded at the first hardship. It's not even really a hardship. It's a little bit of distance. You're going to see this person in 3 months.
And like you said, like that, like this is a test now, because there is temptations, you know what I'm saying? There is temptations. So that's a main key of it. Like, you know what I'm saying? That, like you said, like, why end it now? Like, we're already past that stage now.
It's not love.
Yeah.
You don't end, because you understand how rare love is. So you would never, if you truly felt the love, unconditional love for someone, you wouldn't end it at the smallest inconvenience, because you understand that feeling is very rare. And that's why people only get married once, most of the time. You're supposed to only get married once because that's your forever person. So people I think we just get lost in the infatuation. So many different options, but the option that you're getting is for infatuation purposes. The option that you're getting is to fill a void. The option that you're getting is validation. The option that you're getting isn't for love. It's just for lust. Yeah. And it's just for short-term solving things. It's like what's the social, people say like everyone has like short attention spans now. Yeah. Everything's short. Like, if it's not here right now, then I don't want it. And that's how people are treating love, which is crazy. How can you treat love like that? Yeah. You don't love somebody if you do. I don't know. I don't think you love somebody if you can't even get through distance.
Because it's only for a short term.
Yeah, exactly. You know what I'm
saying? The relationship was only for a short term.
Yeah.
So they're not ready for the long run. Like, it's the same thing as, like, say you sit down with your partner and be like, all right, there's some things that I don't like. Like, I'm going to give you your time, but I feel like can you please change this for me?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not like the person, but like, there's something that you do that I think it's not respectful towards me.
Yeah.
Would you change this? And if it's not done in a week, then it's over. Like, that makes no sense. Like, you gotta, it takes time. It takes time to learn your partner. It takes time to solve issues within your relationship. It could take a month, it could take a year, but it's still that trust and loyalty and respect that you have to not be like, okay, I'm done. You know, I love you, so I'm gonna stay in this no matter what. Like, till death do us part. You know, But that part of marriage and that part of relationships is out of the window now. It's like, you mess up or you can't do this for me. All right, I'm gone.
Yeah,
which it shouldn't be like that. It shouldn't. You know.
And that goes to the next question then. So, what is the biggest misconception people have about love?
Explain it more.
What's the what's something that everyone thinks is love but isn't really love? It's just like a misconception, like you know what I mean?
Sex.
I
feel like this generation has put sex at a higher pedestal now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's not like how back in the day they waited and waited and waited and it was like real love. But now it's like, all right, we have sex on the first night and now I'm supposedly in love with you. You know? So I feel like we put sex on a higher pedestal. Don't get me wrong, like, obviously chemistry is important.
That's important. Not the sex. Yeah.
Exactly.
The sex is important, but the chemistry.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like, I need to know you, you know? I can't just like have sex with you and be like, okay, I'm in love with you now.
Yeah.
You know? So they think like having sex is love, which I feel like that's a very big misconception now.
Wow. I think I like that. I like the sex is one, but I also think staying with someone that's toxic.
Okay.
Like staying in a toxic relationship.
Okay, I can see how you said
because
that. But that
no
could go
one
with the sex too, though. You know what I'm
that's
saying? 'Cause
sexual
it's like,
but that's like sexual toxicity, you know, the attachment aspect of things.
Yeah.
But I mean toxic and like y'all argue all day, every day, the controlling part of it, the you can't do this because I'm telling you can't do it. Your entirety of a relationship is arguing, controlling each other, breaking up, getting back together, and it's just like a circle of that I think people, and that's trauma bonding though. You bonded because maybe y'all
both had
y'all met.
past.
Probably what happened is like y'all met somewhere and like y'all both talked about what your last relationship was like. And you're like, wow, they hurt you like that. They cheated on you. Yeah. They cheated on me too. So now I think y'all have some type of connection because y'all bonded on trauma. So now y'all get closer and closer together. And then you just get stuck in the infatuation phase. But then you forget that love is the small details.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Love isn't just about the infatuation of somebody, but love is understanding someone on like a deeper level. Like y'all stay on the surface level and expect to get to the foundation of love, which is the small details about that person. It's knowing what makes this person upset. It's knowing what makes this person happy. It's knowing things without them asking, because like you care so much about knowing this person that they don't have to go out of their way to ask you for things anymore. You know, it's like love is change in a good way. Yeah. It's not changing in a toxic way. It's changing in a good way. So the biggest misconception about love, I think, is just trauma bonds versus bonding with love. That's what I feel.
Even with that idea, it's like when you are hurt like that or in a trauma bond, you're just waiting for that person to hurt you.
Yeah.
You know, like you're like on 10, like, oh my gosh. That's why it gets to that control part of like, no, you can't do this. No, you can't do that. Because you're so scared of that person hurting you. Like you're already like prepared for it.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So,
yeah.
That was a good take though.
That was a good take. Yeah. It was. So how do you feel about ghosting then?
What do you mean? Just like stop talking to somebody?
Yeah, like how do you feel about the term ghosting in general?
It's valid on some aspect. Like what? You know, say you're talking to somebody and you're just like on a point where you're like, okay, I'm not really ready for a relationship, but I do like talking to this person. So like, I'll give them some of my time. But that person is so like, all right, pushy to the point that they get kind of disrespectful because they're not getting what they want.
Okay.
You know, some people are like that. Some people are they get disrespected when they don't get what they want or get rejected type. Yeah. So I feel like just stop talking and ghosting them. I feel like that's fine. Unless you mean on a term where it's like, all right, we're talking one day lovey-dovey and then the next, now I'm not talking to you. Like I just randomly just cut you off.
Yeah.
I feel like that's kind of messed up.
Oh yeah. 100%.
Like it's so messed up.
To just ghost somebody with no explanation.
Because you're scared of how they're going to respond to you saying, you know what, I can't do this anymore.
Or you just don't care enough to care about their response to you. And then I think
that's so messed up.
Yeah, it is.
Like it is.
And you got to think about like you as a child. Remember when you used to try to talk to the older adults in your life, the older adults, and they ignore you and like they don't make you feel like anything. Yeah. And like they just don't
kind of just totally forget what you said. Like they just like block it out.
Yeah, it's like the whole that's like the concept of ghosting too. That's how you're making someone feel like like you're like belittling like them a little bit.
Like they're not there at all. Like it's just a ghost.
Like how can you say you're mature? No one that's emotionally mature, no one that's emotionally intelligent, no one that's really self-aware and even has respect for themselves would ever ghost somebody.
Yeah, no.
Especially with no reasoning behind it. I understand your point of like reasoning.
Yeah.
But if you just...
But I wouldn't even consider that ghosting. Honestly, now that we say it, I wouldn't consider that ghosting. Like just like cutting somebody out of your life, a toxic thing in your life. You know, like I wouldn't consider like somebody being disrespectful.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I see what you mean. Yeah.
Now that we say it back, I don't know.
Yeah.
I think ghosting is disrespectful, humiliating, because it's like, you just leave somebody to dry. Like
yeah,
it's
you
messed up. Like it's
the
like
feeling that comes behind that. It's like a man's first. I'm gonna say it to like. I want it to hit men a little bit more when I say it. It's like your first love, bro. It's like she went to college and like you keep texting her phone over and over again and she's not responding and you start freaking out and you start having anxiety attacks. And then the difference between this though is she's going to respond at some point. But when you go someone, that's the same feeling you get, but you just never get a response out of it. But yeah, just ghosting isn't mature at all. I don't care what you say. You can't call yourself a mature person, an emotionally intelligent person, or an emotionally mature person, and you ghost people.
Yeah.
I like a grown ass age too. Like I get it if you're young and you're trying to figure your life out. Yeah. You don't really know no better.
It was more of like a high school thing. Yeah.
But if you're a grown ass adult and you still ghosting people, what are you doing? You need to do some real self evaluation, and that karma, it's coming.
Exactly. That should come. Because like, bro, it's like you're not now. It's to the point where it's like you're starting to be scared of love, and you're not allowing people in. So every single time you feel like there's even a half a red flag, just the pull, now you're ghosting. Right. You don't even give them a reason.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about too. Just ghosting people with no reason. I don't who do you think you are? Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
It's weird, bro.
So yeah, it leaves people just, you never know what anyone's going through. And like to just leave someone just wondering why. Yeah. Why they weren't good enough for an answer. Like why they weren't good enough for you to just reach out and let them know. Mm-hmm. Just the grace of letting someone know like you can't do that. Yeah. That's crazy. I don't know. Ghosting.
Just like leaving somebody.
Yeah, ghosting was never it. It would never be it. And I'm not gonna lie, like I've ghosted people before, 100%. But not now, like not in my adult, you know what I'm saying? It's not something that I practice. I would never, no matter how bad it's gonna hurt them, like I would never just ghost somebody.
It's like just give them an answer at least. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I've heard of people ghosting people in relationships.
Yeah.
Just because they were too scared to break up or just too scared to like make them upset. Like you said, like, it's like, how are you going to ghost somebody? You're in a whole relationship.
It's like narcissism.
And you just stop talking to them.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Or it's a point of leading somebody on for so long and giving them the idea of this romantic idea.
Love bombing.
And then because you don't want to commit to it anymore, you just let it go. Yeah. Like, bro, you need to grow up for real. Like if you're still ghosting people at a grown age, you need to grow up.
So do you think that somebody leaving somebody in a relationship like that, you think it is possible to love somebody and not want to be with them?
I think it's still connected to love because you love yourself so much that you're going to let this person go because they're no longer showing you the love that you're showing them. You get what I'm saying? So I think it's still connected to love in a way.
Yeah.
But so it's 100%. You love this person so much that you're going to let them go. Your final act of love is letting them go. Yeah. Because they're not giving you the love that you're giving them.
Yeah.
So
what if it could be opposite though? What if it's like, I can tell that me personally, I'm not in an aspect of love right now, and not saying me. No, sorry. I'm not saying it like that. I'm saying it from them. Like they're not in an aspect to love themselves, so they think it's unfair to keep this person going. You know what I'm saying? It's unfair to be like, all right, I can't give myself love, and I can't give you the love that you're giving me, so I got to let you go. Like it's not fair to you. You know, it's not fair to hold you here and basically hurt you because you're not receiving what you're giving me, you know?
I don't think that's real love.
You don't think so?
No. Huh? I think if that was real love, you would change. Real love is change. I think if you truly love someone and you know that this person, there is a strong possibility that I will never feel something like this again, and I will never meet anyone like this is the person I prayed for every single night. Yeah. I asked God for a person like this and he brought it into my life. You would do the changes to make sure that your relationship continues to grow. Obviously, it's going to have a few cracks. It's going to have cracks, you know what I'm saying? But instead of self-sabotaging and saying, I'm not good enough, I'm going to be good enough for you because I love you.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that if you truly love someone, you will change in the ways. Do anything. Yeah, you will change in the ways that help your relationship. Yeah. And you can never be mad at somebody that's trying. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? So if I see that if I'm with a girl and she's trying to change because she loves me so much and she wants this to work, then I would never leave that. Yeah. That's the type of person I want. Somebody that wants to be with me because they love me and they want this to work instead of just leaving the situation because they don't think.
And even when you're at your bad faults, they still see you as higher, you know?
Exactly. So I don't think if you truly love someone, you will leave them because you're not
See,
good
I could
enough.
understand that.
It's self-sabotage. It's just trauma. It's just a trauma response.
Yeah.
Because you know what real love feels like. You would never leave that.
No.
Ever.
No.
You can't leave that because it's so rare. So it's like, yeah, you can't leave that. You can't allow yourself to self-sabotage something that you think is really meant for you. You would never do that. So, I mean, speaking on that too, like with my situation I've been in one relationship in my entire life. And like that was like kind of the entirety of the situation. It was like a push and a pull. I love this person so much. You know how it is, bro. You know me.
I know.
You know, like I was never about love.
Yeah.
But I met this girl and I felt love for the first time in my entire life and my habits changed.
Yeah.
No ifs or buts. There were people before her, like I would still have temptations. I would still want to do things with other people. I would still want to do my own thing and not be as considerate. But bro, I fell in love with this girl and everything just changed. I wanted everything, every choice that I made that involved a woman, even if it's in a friendly way, I thought about how she would feel about the situation because I respected her so much. And the commitment of just wanting to be with her regardless of where she was. And I know in my heart that I believe in our relationship.
Not even in like a physical aspect either.
Yeah.
Like where she is mentally, where she is emotionally, like everything.
Bro, yeah.
Like, you know, like you, when you are in love, like it's not that you just want to be with them physically, like hugging and kissing them and that. No, it's like you want to be at their spectrum. You want to know what's going on in them mentally, physically, emotionally. You just want to be with them.
Yeah.
You know, through every aspect of life.
Yeah. So yeah, with my ex, bro, like that was the first time I ever felt love in my life, and all the bad habits that I had, all the trauma responses out the window because I wanted that relationship to work. But that's the push and pull that I was talking about because personally, I think that the love that she had for me wasn't as strong as I had for her. Because if me, that's been through so much in my life and I could overcome that and like want a relationship to work with you and you can't overcome that, I'm not trying to diminish anyone's traumas, but I'm from a third world country. And like for me to just, all that is gone because I want us to work, but you couldn't do it. You didn't love me for real.
No, not at all.
You love me in the moment, maybe.
You love the idea of you.
Yeah, you love the idea of me. You love that I can give.
You love that I loved you.
And you love what came with love. You loved everything that came with love until it was time to show it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You loved that I could be this person that you asked God for, but when you were supposed to show up for me the way I'm showing up for you, it became a problem. And oh, it's too much or distance or, you know what I'm saying?
And she got a side that nobody else saw.
Yeah, she got a side.
She loved that.
And she knew the power that she had over
exactly.
me. And she used my love that I had for her as a tool against me, like a weapon tool against me. Killed me. Yeah. Shot me in my damn head, murdered me, goddamn. Rest in peace, Tyree. But love is great, man. And I love love. And I'm not afraid of love. A lot of people are, but I'm not afraid. Regardless of what I've been through, I'm not afraid to fall in love again. I'm ready for love. I'm just not ready to just give it to anyone though. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm waiting for the person that's right. And like I'll know. You know when the person's right for you. Yeah. I'm not rushing anything. I'm just allowing things to be. But I love love. Like it's...
Yeah. You think you're truthful with it?
For most of the parts, yeah. I'm definitely truthful with it.
So what could be a truth that most people avoid?
About love?
Yeah.
That love, just saying I love you isn't enough. And the good days aren't love. Like the good days are supposed to be natural. Like you're supposed to have more good days than you do have bad days. That's not the time.
Like, seeing your partner at the worst.
I appreciate the good days because it's memories and good memories. But if you can only show for me on the good days, then the truth is you don't love me. Like you every time something goes wrong or the things start to pile up or things start to go a little bit bad and you just want to cut things off because you're scared or you just don't want to commit to it, then it's just not love. Yeah. So I think that's what it is. The words "I love you" hold more weight than the actions of "I love you." You know what I'm saying? It's easy to say "I love you."
It's way
But
way
it's
easier to say than show, you know?
yeah, it's very hard to show it, especially when it's not
Truthful.
good days.
Or
Yeah,
truthful.
especially truthful, or when the days aren't good. It's that's when you really
But that's
know.
when you're supposed to. That's when
Exactly.
you're at your most. You know,
Exactly.
when somebody like when shit hits the fan, that's when love is. That's where you rejoice. You know,
Yeah.
that's where you build each other up.
Yeah.
So,
What is the hardest truth about love most people do you think avoid?
kind of going against what you said. Not against. There's gonna be bad days, and people misconcept the bad days as like, oh, we're gonna argue one day, like this or that. No, it's like there will be bad days, like even with yourself. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can say with my own terms, like I lost my mom, I lost my sister, I lost my brother in a matter of 3 years, you know? And being in a relationship when that stuff happens, that's a bad day. You know what I'm saying? Like bad things happen, and that person showed me like love. You know, that's like you said, like when shit's bad, that's not the good days that people show you love. It's when you're at your worst and you inside feel and know that everything's okay because you feel that love and the respect and in every aspect of love. And yeah, so the bad days are definitely gonna come. You know what it is? Most of the time when you do have good days too, there is a bad day gonna come. I believe that truthfully. Like, be prepared when you're having outstanding days and this or that. There's always bad because you can't have good without evil.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You can't have good without bad.
Yeah, exactly.
So I feel like people don't actually take in that there will be bad days. I feel like that's a hard truth to swallow. Like, most relationships end because of bad days nowadays, you know?
Exactly.
Yeah. So,
but that's what I'm saying. It ends because of bad days because people don't care about small details anymore.
No, they don't.
No one cares about getting to know someone, like the depths of someone. Yeah. It's all surface level. The feeling of like what I'm feeling right now. Yeah. And once that feeling starts to become a little shaky or that feeling has to be tested, I don't want it anymore. So I think that's the issue. People just care so much about. I could
also say people fault for not letting somebody get to know them. People get scared of it. People get scared of actually letting somebody know their real true self. Yeah. So you could say it's self-sabotage maybe, or trauma, or that's just a hard fact in it too. It's just, if you're not allowing somebody that cares and loves for you and proves to you that they love you, that you can't let them in. When those bad days happen and you react this way or react that way, they're gonna feel like they don't know you. Yeah. And that's sad. It is sad. It is why if you want to be in love, then be in love fully. Mm-hmm. You know, when you're in love, that's like your best friend. Yeah, they know every single small detail about you from your head to your toe. Exactly. And it sucks seeing relationships when people don't really know each other. They're just there. Because either they're afraid to be alone or they can't leave. They don't want to leave because they're scared of letting go. Alone. Yeah. Yeah. And like, I don't know, people just downplay love. So we have this generation where it's just like people keep saying fuck love, fuck love, fuck love. You're saying fuck yourself basically. Yeah. Because love starts with yourself. So this whole mindset of walking around here like, I don't want to like fuck love, I'll never be in love, like money, hope. You know what I'm saying? Like it's stupid. It's immature, it's ignorant, it's dumb. And like love doesn't even have to be in a relationship type of way. Bro, I felt love through people that I'm not even with, like in a romantic aspect. Yeah. There's this one girl in my life, I'll never forget her. Bro, she literally healed my trauma because she gave me a hug. And I know that sounds crazy, but... No, I know exactly what you mean because I've been through an incident like that before. And there was something in my life where I hated when people touched me or hugged me or showed me any type of physical affection. Yeah.
And this girl just walked into my life. And one day she hugged me because she was leaving to go to California. And she hugged me like a goodbye hug. And she was crying. And I was like, she was hugging me and I was getting a little uncomfortable because I hated affection.
Yeah.
And then she just like, the only thing she ever did was she just held me tighter. And she was like, you're safe. Like, it's okay. Like, just take the hug. And like what it brought me back to was when my mom used to do the same thing to me when I was a child. Like she used to like hug me. She's like, you're safe. Like it's okay. Like it's okay to feel how you feel. And
it probably was a while that you didn't feel vulnerable until that moment.
And she healed me. And you tell me that's not love, even though we weren't together.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be like sexual or this or that. It isn't like
that's like a form of love.
That's why I said that earlier. It's a misconception with that. Like
someone
you can love somebody and not have like a sexual or like a I want to be in love with you like type of feeling towards them. You know?
Yeah, someone who barely knew me healed half of my trauma that I was going through. Affection.
Yeah,
I had so many problems with affection, and someone that barely knew me healed me through a hug. Like that's real love.
Yeah,
that's real genuine love, and the world is love. If you have any type of morals, like the world revolves around love.
See, I have a girlfriend that when my sister did pass, I didn't cry at all.
Mm-hmm.
I held everything in, and it was like kind of like just like a what is it? What am I trying to say? Like I held it in because I was scared of what was gonna happen. Like it was kind of like a trauma response. Like I just let it kind of like eat me alive.
Right.
And I couldn't feel anything. I felt numb. Like I genuinely felt numb for a while. And this one friend showed up at the funeral and I didn't cry all day and just hugged me, bro. Just hugged me. And bro, I felt like a little baby, bro. Like literally, like just like a little, it was crazy. Bawled my eyes out, bro. Bawled my eyes out. And I just felt so free and clear after, you know? And it was beautiful. It honestly was beautiful. It wasn't like a upsetting cry. It was more of like it's okay. You're safe.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's definitely, love is real in every aspect.
Every aspect.
Like the same way I love you. You know what I'm saying? You're my brother. Like
I'm joking.
Like, you know, and people, I feel like people get weirded out about like love.
Yeah.
Because they think love is like, okay, marriage and this. No, it's way deeper than that.
Yeah.
You can love anything, bro. And it's beautiful. Like it honestly is beautiful.
Yeah. What is one thing you wish you had known about love when you were younger?
Again, I'm gonna bring up the bad days. Like it's not all sunshine and rainbows.
Yeah.
You know, like I didn't have growing up, I didn't have a good view of love. You know, with parents and you know marriage and all that. I didn't have a good view. Even siblings and all that. I didn't. You know, we kind of grew up toxic. You know?
Yeah,
and when I got older, like in my teens, I didn't know what love was, so I kind of just was like, okay, this is what love is.
The environment.
Yeah. So I was just like, this is what love is. And it took those relationships or those people that I was with that I might have done wrong or it was karma coming to me, you know, that made me realize, no, that's not love at all. You know? And for years I was upset with like my family because I was like, why would you do that to me? Like, why would you... You're supposed to show me love, so why wouldn't you show me the right way to love somebody instead of teaching me the wrong way?
Yeah.
You know? So that's what I'd have to say. You know? It's not always sunshine and rainbows. Yeah. Ever. There will be bad days, there will be rainy days. And like we said, that's those days that you really hold on tight, you know?
I wish I knew that love wasn't hard, wasn't supposed to be hard in terms of a battle with yourself and a battle with your self-worth to try to keep someone in your life that doesn't want to be kept there anymore. Mm-hmm. I wish I knew that when I was younger because I would have never fought for somebody that didn't want to no longer be in my life. I could have saved myself so much more heart like heartbreaks. I could have saved myself so much more pain. Because I just thought that no matter how this person hurts me, I know how they felt before this hurt started to happen. So maybe they can go back to that. Yeah. So I was just holding. Chasing that person. Yeah, I just started chasing hope.
Like, I know the real you.
Yeah, I know the real you, but that wasn't the real you. You're showing me the real you right now. But I just was chasing something that I felt before.
She gave you a fantasy of what she could be.
Yeah, she gave me the what could have been aspect of things, and I just kept chasing the what could have been aspect, and
it wasn't fair to you.
Just chasing a goal is kind of like so I wish I knew that love wasn't supposed to be hard, because it's not supposed to be hard. Why would it be hard?
There are hard times, but it's not supposed to actually be like hard. Like I'm holding on for us type, you know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I wish I knew love wasn't supposed to be hard, because I would have never put myself through that.
That's not fair.
Not at all. It's not. And like it caused so much resentment too. You know what I'm saying? Like it made me
start second guessing your own self.
You know? It destroys you. Like when you stay with someone that doesn't want you anymore, it's not only destroying the situation, but like you as a person. Like I had to build myself back up. I didn't know who I was. I was like, there was no confidence behind my eyes. There was no confidence in anything. I was like, how can I do everything right that I know from my knowledge of what love is supposed to be like? And how can I show this person so much love and it's still not being enough? Like that shit
demoralizing.
That shit killed me. I'm like, bro, I was confused just for months, years. I was just like, where do I go from here? Like, how do I get back into this world of I love myself? I lost love for myself. Yeah. And I'm not going to say I fell in depression, but I fell in. All right, we're about to wrap up. That was a good one. I like that.
Yeah, well.
I think we killed that shit. We're about to answer some questions from y'all. Wait, go back to your thing. Yeah. But someone asked, we're going to answer live questions just to wrap it up. I like to get y'all involved so y'all can see yourselves in the video if you watch it on YouTube. Coming on Sunday, you feel me? But from a guy's standpoint, how would you know someone is the one? That's the question.
That's a hard question. But it's not, I don't know. It's like a feeling, you know?
Yeah, it's a feeling.
Like it's not like what somebody kind of like does, but it's like what somebody does to you. You know?
Yeah.
Because, you know, we're all kind of chemically bound. Like, you know, some of us, like, you know, I don't know. It's just a feeling. You just know, like, you know, when you in your heart love somebody so much and that they just give everything right back. I feel like that'd be the best point that I could say. Makes you feel vulnerable. From a guy's standpoint, makes you feel vulnerable, protected, safe. Not in like like I'll protect you from like, you know, but it's like a protection.
Yeah.
You know, like through all your battles, I still love you and I will forever protect you from maybe your own self mentally, you know?
Yeah.
I feel like that's what I could say, you know, is the one.
I think I know someone's the one when I've accepted every single thing that comes with them. From the aspect of like their flaws. Yeah. Like their flaws are no longer their flaws. You know how people give you the ick?
Yeah.
They don't give me the ick when I see something that might be considered a ick or a turn out to somebody else. Because I accept everything that comes with you. So I accept every single one of your flaws. I damn near see you as perfect in a way. Like you're a perfect human being in my eyes. Because it's like the way it's a small thing, like the way they talk, the way they walk, like the way they smell, like the way their energy, just everything about them aligns with what you want in a person. So it's just like, why did I pursue that? You know what I'm saying? And I don't think you find that through infatuation. I think infatuation is more about physical, like it's the physical chemistry that you have with somebody or like the sexual chemistry. But you know someone's the one when you have a conversation with them and they make you think about things or they make you feel a certain way through their words. Like their words.
Or you feel like you've met them before.
Yeah, their words kind of feel like home in a way. Like everything you say at every point is the correct thing.
Have you ever spoke to somebody and just been like, bro, I know I've met you somewhere. Like I know you. You've never met them in your life, but you know them.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I've known you my whole life.
I've a lot. I feel like I go through that a lot. Yeah. Especially I do. But guys can love anyone, but can a guy actually only be in love with one person?
Read that again. Sorry.
She said guys can love anyone, but can a guy actually only be in love with one person?
Can he only be in love with one person?
Yeah, she said we can love anyone, but can you actually be in love with one person?
Yeah.
That's not true.
Wait. I'm sorry. I'm confused about the question.
You want to read it?
Yeah, please. Guys can love anyone, but can a guy actually only be in love with one person? You don't think so? You don't think that, like, all right, if I'm with you, I'm only in love with you?
Yeah, that's the only. I don't.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, no, that's what I said. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think you could just love anyone. That's not true.
No.
If anything, men love harder than women. Hot take.
That's gonna be a take.
Men love harder than women.
Take, huh?
Women love the
Wow.
No. Listen. When you just meet someone, a man and a woman, she loves the idea of what you're like. You have to kind of sell her. Women are driven by what they hear.
But this is what I said last time. Somebody's always loves somebody more, and it's usually the man that loves more in the relationship.
But naturally, women are more driven by what they hear from you and what you, not the potential, but what they know you're gonna be.
Provide.
Yeah,
what
you can bring to the table. As hard as I hate that y'all don't like to admit it, but that's the truth. But men, we fall in love with you because of what you're doing for us as like the hardships that you put, like what you've been through, like the ground up kind of. You know what I'm saying? So I think women fall in love with the idea of things and the idea of love with this person, and that's why it's so easy to sway women with your words. You can't do it as much with men. Men don't go for like you sweet talking, like only in a sexual way. Yeah. But when it comes to this romantic shit, you can't sweet talk no nigga into loving you. No. But you can sweet talk a woman into loving you because she loves what she's hearing. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? The idea of what you're giving is perfect in her head. So I think it's a hot take.
No, it is.
It's a hot take. Yeah. But men love harder than women because we fall in love with deeper things than you fall in love with. It's the truth. It's really the truth. I feel
like we fall in love with what's inside and they fall in love with what's outside.
Yeah, what's outside. Yeah. Literally the idea of
as much as a lot of people are gonna say like, oh no, men go for looks and like whatever. No, it's not. No.
That's a part of obviously.
Yeah, it is. It's just a plus. It's a plus. But when you get older, you really start looking to see what's really in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like what do you bring to me? Like, you know what I'm saying? What that's like I said, safety, protection, like love, that like home feeling.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like women are more on like is he gonna provide for me? Oh my gosh, like, you know, like whatever, like you said, whatever we say.
Yeah. You can't sway a man with words. You can sway a woman with words. Yeah. No girl can ever sweet talk me into loving her. Because we're supposed to be the one that's taking action. Yeah. Like we're the ones that are the leaders of things. Why would that be if we don't like the idea of shit? Because we want shit to be the way we want shit to be. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I think men love deeper than women and harder. Because we actually take the time out to build a foundation with the situation that we want, versus a woman can just fall in love with the idea of the situation that they want.
That's a hot take.
It's a very hot take, but I think it's right.
That's a good way to end it.
It's a good ass way to end it, for real. But yeah, man, happy Thanksgiving. By the time this comes out, it's going to be Sunday, so it's going to be past Thanksgiving. So, we are also filming. No, we don't even have to say that because we're doing it tomorrow. Yeah. We got something coming special for y'all all week. We're not just going to stop at the podcast, but you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we'll keep in touch. We'll see y'all on Sunday.
Shout out to Malik and shout out to Kennard.
Yeah, shout out to everybody that watches every single week.
Like, you want to come to the camera real quick?
Yeah, come to the camera real quick.
It's cameraman. Cameraman 101. What's up?
Yeah, it's a cameraman. Yeah, shout out to our cameraman. You know, we're only gonna get better from here, man. We just started this shit, and like I promise y'all, by the end of a year from now, just remember I said this, a year from now. Yeah, we're gonna get this shit going, man. I appreciate y'all that tuned in, and we're gonna see y'all.
Yes, sir. Peace.